Okay, so this is what I'm looking for whenever I go to Studies Weekly, and this is also what students are trying to achieve while doing their Studies Weekly for social studies. Again, we're going to start at our Google Classroom page, and we're going to click on the waffle, and we're going to scroll all the way down. Your Studies Weekly app will be the black app at the bottom. It says Studies Weekly whenever you hover over it, and it should be the last app that is in their waffle. So you're going to click on it, and it opens up the Studies Weekly here. Now, this is the student's view, so they will click on the Studies Weekly article, and here you can see I've assigned 4 weeks, so week 1, 2, 3, and 31. We're not going to go in the exact order that they are published, just because that's not the exact order that our curriculum has. But as you can see, this student has done 100% of week 1, 100% of week 2, 94% of week 3, and 61% of week 31. These percentages are the percentages that I put into the grade book. So quite honestly, it should just be an easy 100. So I'm going to click on 31 because that one isn't finished yet. And so this is what the students see. You can see the articles and where the student is. There's also extended reading. I do not have the tests available for them just because there is a glitch in the system and I can't override it. So we are going to actually be doing our own tests. But yes, so if they say, well, I can't take the test, that's because the test is no longer available for them. There are also 2 games that they can play. Crosswords, which is really going to help them with the vocabulary that they learned from this article, as well as Misspelled, which is another just vocabulary game. So if this was the first time that the student was opening this article this week, it would start on the first article. This one is Texas Are Texas. So a couple of really amazing parts about this website. The first thing is that it reads it automatically to them if they want that option. There's a play button right here, and they can even choose what speed they want it to go to. If it's reading it too slow, they can speed it up. If it's reading it too fast, they can slow it down. But whenever they hit play, it's actually going to highlight the words so that they can truly follow along and they're not just listening to it and zoning off. They can actually see what word they're on. So I'm going to show you that now. So obviously I'm not going to play the whole article, but as you can see, as you are listening to it, you're also able to follow along. And then if the student is like, I need to use the restroom, they can pause it really quickly, go use the restroom, go get a drink of water. I don't know, whatever they need to do. But when they're ready to pick it back up, they just hit play and it's going to start off exactly where they had left off. So that is this part of our Studies Weekly. The second part is at the bottom, and it's not at the bottom of every article, but the students know to go and look for it. There will be questions at the bottom here. Again, also, this is how they get that to that 100%. They do need to answer these questions, and they can receive these little coins for each question that they answer. There is a play button here, and it will read the question out loud to them. Obviously not super engaging, but it is the option to have these read to them, and then they can answer the questions. This particular student has already answered these questions, and because they are highlighted green, he's got them right. It also has the coin with the little green check mark next to it. That just means that he's received these coins for this article. Once they're done with this whole page, then they click next, and it takes them to the next article. They're going to have to scroll up. It doesn't automatically pop them to the top of the page. But same thing, you read this little section, you answer the questions, you get these coins, and then you hit next. And you just keep doing this over and over and over again until this is done. I don't particularly know what the coins are for, but I think that the students have figured out what they're for. I think it's to do with their avatar and how they can create their avatar and personalize it to them. They have to use the coins to be able to do that, so that's kind of their incentive to being able to do this aside from their actual grade. So this is Studies Weekly. This is, again, a totally separate website off of Google Classroom. I will assign 1 a week. And like I said, it really is an easy 100. All I'm doing is looking to see if this 100 circle, if this percentage circle is all the way filled to 100. And if it's not, then whatever the percentage circle is, whenever I check it, that is what their grade will be. As a parent, you can also see how many coins are remaining, and as a student. But if you see that there are 15 coins remaining, that means that there are questions that weren't answered. So you know that, oh, hey, you didn't finish this one. Yeah, I see, it's not at 100%, but also you can still get 15 coins here that you haven't gotten yet. So, just another way to check on it, make sure that they're doing the entire Studies Weekly article for that week.